Yeah. It was nice though, because again, the director, actually, it's a little bit of a different story. For the Text Now spot, I went in for another spot, something that I wasn't right for, but I showed up to the audition anyways. Sure enough, I get a call back because I didn't care about it, because I didn't think I was right for the part. Because I didn't care about it, I was so confident that they gave me a call back. In the callback, I meet with the director, as you do on a callback, and I was joking around, and I'm like, hey, I'm in my studio. It's in my mom's basement in Stony Creek. I'm like, this is where I keep the extra paper towels, and also I think my tap shoes are around here somewhere. And the director's like, tap shoes? And I'm like, yeah, I danced competitively growing up. I did 7 years of tap, jazz, ballet, music theater. And he's like, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I got a bunch of dancing videos on my Instagram. You should check it out. Anyways, let's do this scene and not get this part. So I do it, and sure enough, I don't get the part because I knew I wasn't right for the part that I was auditioning for. But then the director calls my agent and goes, listen, he wasn't right for the part he auditioned for, but I love him. I checked out his Instagram. I saw his dance moves. I also saw his like pretend Italian vibes. I'm going to write a third spot because this was only 2 spots that they were filming. I'm going to write a third spot specifically for him. We're going to film it as a spec. Like literally the crew doesn't even know until you show up, and we're going to film this thing. And we're going to do it as a spec, and we're going to pitch it to the company, and hopefully they take it. If not, we'll pay you for the day, and that'd be fine. And I went, first of all, thank you. Second of all, let's do it. Again, like this, let's do it.
I love it.
And so we film it. It ends up being the company's favorite spot. And they don't even use, they do use the first 2 for online, but they don't use it for broadcast. They take my spot and put it U.S. national. And I get messages like every day from friends of mine who I met in the States as a comedian on tour, be like, just saw you on TV, holy shit. And I'm like, I haven't even seen it on TV yet because it's only U.S. national, it's not Canadian. So, but the point of all of this is to say, it goes back to the first thing I said, being unapologetically yourself. I didn't put the dance videos on my Instagram in the hopes that a year later a director would see them and write a commercial for a cell phone company in the United States. That was not my thought process. My thought process was, this is me, this is funny, let's go for it, let's put it out there. And then the thing you learn is if you're unapologetically yourself, people will see it, they'll respect it, and they'll want to work with it. And they came back and they worked with me on 2 separate occasions with Circle K and Text Now. And now I get opportunities every day for, we want to see this, we want to see you do this. Like they're remaking a classic Canadian sketch TV show right now for Amazon Prime. They reached out to me direct and said, we want to see you for another character. There's the main cast of 5 guys, but we want to see you as a secondary part for sketches. Direct to me. I didn't know, I still had to audition, but I didn't submit. My agent didn't submit. It just came to me. So I'm unapologetic myself, and the biggest thing you need to know is you never know who's watching, and you never know who's looking up to you.
Ooh.
You never know. Like, I'm 11 years into comedy. I'm 25 years into acting. I'm doing
and not a day over 20.
I'm doing all these amazing things for my own career, but I don't realize that there's a lot of like comics who are 2, 3, 4 years in looking up to me as kind of the benchmark of what they find successful. But I'm doing that with comics who are 4 or 5 years in front of me. I'm looking up to people. People are looking up to me, and someone who's like a 16-year-old dreaming about trying comedy is looking up to that 3rd or 4th year into it. Everyone's looking up to each other. And that's with men, that's with women, that's with comedians, that's with actresses, that's whoever. Everyone has someone that they look up to. Mm-hmm. And I get messages often from people young in the game being like, your hustle is amazing. Like all the veteran comics call me Johnny Hustle. And which is a funny nickname. I guess they got the Johnny from Johnston and the Hustle from Hustle. And like all the old like Toronto cats, they call me Johnny Hustle. And that means a lot to me because they're seeing how hard I'm working. And that's all I've ever wanted. I don't want, in my life, if I ever make it, if I ever become let me rephrase that. When I make it, when I become a big star, I don't want anyone to ever say, well, he didn't deserve that. He got lucky. Mm-hmm. I want people to say, I've watched that guy bust his ass for 15 years. Every day I watched him. That's why I'm so vocal on social media. That's why I'm so vocal on everything that I do about who I am and what I'm doing, because I want people to say, that guy worked his ass off and he deserves everything that he gets. You know, there's people